आधे बाउल दही में 4 चम्मच MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला डाला, स्टर करो, पुदीना चटनी तैयार। MDH चटनी पुदीना मसाला।
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on the debate. Arnab Goswami on the debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the nation's sharpest opinion. And the big story is that Elon Musk and Donald Trump are fighting. And this is causing a lot of amusement to the world. Every day, these two give each other a headline, give the whole world a headline. In fact, about 50% of global news is about the latest drama between Elon Musk and Donald Trump. What a shame. America should be ashamed that has a president who has reduced international affairs, internal governance, relationship within the US government, the relationship between the US government and other countries to an absolute joke. Well, what would you expect? A person who has no sense of conscience, I would say, and that's the word I would use for Donald Trump. He has no conscience. What do you expect of a person like him? Neither does Elon Musk. They are fighting about money. Everybody is saying that Elon Musk has got angry because he's lost money, his stock market valuation is down, but that's not the story. The fact is, Trump is also compromised. All the people who are shocked about what's going on between Trump and Elon Musk in America, especially the people who are supporters of the Republican Party, the people who voted Donald Trump to power, should ask themselves whether Donald Trump has indirectly emerged as the supporter of some of the most dangerous Islamist terrorist groups in the world. Why are the people of America and Donald Trump supporters not looking at him in the eye and asking him whether he's indirectly a supporter of the Jaish-e-Mohammed, whether he's indirectly a supporter of the Hizbul Mujahideen, whether he's indirectly a supporter of the Lashkar-e-Toiba? And the reason I'm saying this is because there has to be some reason why Donald Trump changed his position on Pakistan. Why from a position where he felt that terrorism is very bad, where no Islamist terrorist group should be allowed to operate, where Pakistan must stop supporting terrorism, and we believe that India has genuinely been affected by terrorism coming from Pakistan, why radicalized elements should not be allowed to prosper and to grow. Why Donald Trump changed his position overnight on terrorist groups? Because he suddenly changed his position in the course of the last 1 month, around the end of April, and he became one of the biggest supporters of the Pakistani government. Is there something else more than meets the eye? It's the people of the United States of America and Trump supporters who should ask him that is it true that there is a company called World Liberty Financial, in which allegedly it has been reported that Trump's family, including his sons and son-in-law, hold a significant stake. Did it enter into a crypto deal with Pakistan Crypto Council on the 26th of April, 4 days after the Pahalgam attack? After which, Trump changed his position on Pakistan from being a supporter of terrorism nation to being a beautiful country, a great country with great leaders. Is it true or not that Asim Munir personally welcomed the US delegation and attended the closed-door session where the crypto deal was finalized, in which the Trump family allegedly has a big stake? Why are these questions not being asked by the American media? Why are they quiet about it? Why don't they do their investigative journalism on this matter? Is it because some sections of the left liberal media themselves in America are supporters of the same elements in Pakistan? The woke brigade supports the Islamist forces. Is it true that the Trump family is making billions in crypto deals using subsidiary firms despite obvious conflicts of interest? Is that why Trump suddenly became a believer in Pakistan? Was there a deal? I'm asking quite straightforwardly. Was there a deal between Trump, his family members, and the power circuit in Pakistan? Was there a crypto deal? Is there a crypto deal of the WLF company in any way a factor that is impairing Donald Trump's judgment of the terrorism that is coming in from Pakistan. Does Donald Trump have the guts today to say that Pakistan is the same country which gave sanctuary to Osama bin Laden? Elon Musk is asking whether the person who is in office now is a body double. Well, I would ask the same question because I really want to know whether Trump has the guts to answer that question. Whether he can today, after all these reports have come out, can he come out and say that Pakistan is a terrorist nation which had given sanctuary to Osama bin Laden? Or is it tomorrow that he will give a certificate to a country that gave sanctuary to Osama bin Laden and is now giving sanctuary to Hafiz Saeed, to Masood Azhar, some of the world's most dangerous terrorists, so some people who could target America in the future? Why was the Pakistan Crypto Council hastily launched to create a crypto economy nexus with a company that is allegedly linked to Donald Trump? Why are these questions not being asked? Does the Trump circuit have the conscience to ask this question? Put this video to the people of America, let them ask. Is there something more than meets the eye behind the sudden softness of the Trump group, the Trump groupies, and Donald Trump himself towards Pakistan? As I said some time back, is Donald Trump using diplomacy for trade, trade for diplomacy, or diplomacy and trade for personal interest? These are some fundamental questions. The people of America cannot avoid their question. If they have a government which is going to do business indirectly and then make things easy, help Pakistan get IMF loans, help Pakistan get access, try to create an equivalence between India and a terrorist nation, then nobody in the world will be quiet about it. The question should be asked of Donald Trump, what's his personal interest in this? Why did he change his position? Why did Marco Rubio, who earlier said this is something that we have nothing to do with, suddenly say we mediated, we mediated, we mediated? But most importantly, ladies and gentlemen, this question is to the people of America. They need to go deeper into this. If the United States of America has a problem with debt, we sympathize with them. We feel sorry for them. If they are indeed going to go into debt slavery, it's a bad situation for a country to be in. I can quite understand the sense of panic, but that's their problem. Our problem is with the fact that how can a country that calls itself the world's most influential democracy support groups who are the biggest sponsors of global terrorism today? How does this not become an issue? For a person who fought an election on the grounds that he's against this kind of jihadi terrorism, to become an indirect supporter of these countries which carry out this terrorism is a 180-degree change of position. It's not something which can be overwritten or which will be ignored. Ladies and gentlemen, this issue is about not whether India can trust Trump. We trust nobody but our national interest. It's not even whether the world can trust Trump. It's not even whether the United States can trust Trump. This is a question about whether the Trump supporter base can trust Trump anymore after he's become an avowed supporter of Pakistan, which is the world's center point of global terrorism, with some of the most hardline and dangerous groups, the same groups that have carried out 9/11, the same people who were the ringside supporters around Osama bin Laden, who carried out 9/11, are now getting support from a Pakistani government which is getting support from Donald Trump. People of America, I know you've been insulated. I know you live in an echo chamber, but do not divorce yourself from the reality. Remember, 9/11 was carried out by a person getting sanctuary in Pakistan, and that person's lieutenants are now in indirect business with the United States of America. Don't look away. Ask that question. Let's debate.
World's richest man, Elon Musk, and the most powerful leader in the world, US President Donald Trump, ended in one of the biggest open spats of Trump's presidency.
I give it to Elon as a presentation from our country.
And just 6 days back, Trump was giving Musk the keys to his house, quite literally.
A little special something we have here.
Thank you.
A very special that I give to very special people. I have given it to some, but it goes to very special people, and I thought I'd I'd give it to Elon as a presentation from our country.
Thank you.
Thank you, Elon.
Thank you.
Take care.
No one knew that all smiles would soon turn into an all-out war.
The Oval Office finally has the majesty that it deserves thanks to the president.
However, it all changed when Elon Musk spoke out against the new budget the Trump administration is set to present, when Musk lashed out and called it a disgusting abomination. In a classic Trump way, Donald tried to lie his way through Musk's claims.
All of the things that we're doing, nobody's ever seen anything like it. And, Elon's upset because we took the EV mandate, and, which was a lot of money for electric vehicles. And, they're having a hard time, the electric vehicles. And they want us to pay billions of dollars in subsidy. And, Elon knew this from the beginning. He knew it for a long time ago. That's been in there. That's been, I would say, JD, that hasn't changed. That's been right from the beginning.
Flat out refusing Trump's lies, Elon hit back, saying he never saw the bill that was passed in the dead of the night. The spat turned out ugly quite soon, when Trump claimed he has done a lot for Elon.
And he hasn't said bad about me personally, but I'm sure that'll be next. But I'm very disappointed in Elon. I've helped Elon a lot.
Musk did not skip a beat to remind Donald who helped him reach the White House in the first place. Trump even tried threatening Musk when the billionaire CEO did not toe his line by directly calling out his government funding to SpaceX. Elon in turn effectively threatened US entire space program and access to the ISS. Then Elon dropped what he called a big bomb, making a sensational claim that Donald Trump was featured in the Jeffrey Epstein list, the controversial list of alleged celebrities who frequented the child abuser's private island. The billionaire ally turned foe did not miss a single chance of calling out Trump's attempts to shape a false narrative, something that he callously attempted without any proof just weeks ago in the context of Operation Sindoor.
We helped a lot. And we helped also with trade. I said, come on, we're going to do a lot of trade with you guys. Let's stop it. Let's stop it. If you stop it, we're doing trade. If you don't stop it, we're not going to do any trade. I don't want to say I did, but I sure as hell helped settle the problem between Pakistan and India last week, which was getting more and more.
Facing tremendous headwinds back home, Trump attempted to portray himself as a peacemaker, but he failed in both Ukraine and Israel. The big question remains: a man who cannot get his own house in order, did he really avert a nuclear war?
ट्रंप साहब ने 11 बार बोला है, 11 बार कि मैंने नरेंद्र मोदी को सरेंडर करवा दिया। 11 बार बोला है पब्लिक में। नरेंद्र मोदी जी क्यों नहीं कर पा रहे हैं? नरेंद्र मोदी ये नहीं बोल पा रहे हैं कि ये जो ट्रंप है ये झूठ बोल रहा है, क्योंकि वो सच्चाई है। और मुझे मालूम था कि जिस दिन हमने थोड़ा सा दबाव डाल दिया, उस दिन एकदम सरेंडर कर जाएंगे।
Or just like Trump, some are misusing Operation Sindoor to take a pro-Pakistan line back home here in India.
Personally, I think Donald Trump has lost it a little earlier than I thought he would. Very amusing here in India. Sushant, what do you think of it, this whole fight that's going on now? Sushant Sarin's opening the debate tonight. Sushant, from Delhi.
Arnab, I think some of this was expected by many people right from day one. It's like putting two swords in one scabbard. Something was going to give sometime. And the fact that, there was no distance between them, there was no space being given to each other, and both had their own agendas, rightly or wrongly, it obviously meant that something's going to give sometime. But of course, the way it's happened is rather unseemly. It could have been done in a much more decent manner,
Yeah.
without the kind of big spat, but it hasn't quite worked out that way. And the impression, unfortunately, which a lot of people are getting is that when Trump won the election for the second time, there was a sense that maybe some of the capriciousness, some of the erratic behavior and the way the administration was being run, it would not happen this time around. Perhaps he was, he probably had his plans perfectly in place. But clearly, right in the first 5 or 6 months, it's very clear that things are simply spiraling.
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Fiasco, his national security advisor, now with Elon Musk, and in between there are plenty of other things which have happened, and it seems that the first term model is being repeated once again, which I think is not a very good thing for the United States, because a lot of people who would look at the United States, are well-wishers of the United States, feel that United States plays a very, very critical role in the world, are watching quite aghast, because Trump cannot make a distinction between his enemies and his friends, between his allies and his enemies, and he is hell-bent upon trying to befriend his enemies and alienate his allies. Whether it's the Europeans, whether it is us, whether it's the Canadians, you name the country that the United States has had very good relations with, and you see the kind of behavior. Now, I'm not saying that everything that Trump has been saying is wrong. So for example, if he asks for fairer trade terms, there's a way of going about it. You don't go about it like a mad emperor. Okay, tomorrow 100% tariff on you. Day after 200%. Okay, fine. Now you've spoken to me only 50%.
Is he making money? See, the question which must be asked right now is, David, is Trump making money on the side? Because, there's this talk of a crypto deal that his family has done in Pakistan. And after that, he changed his position on Pakistan, which means he changed his position on jihadi terrorism. I don't have a problem if Trump is an egomaniac. He is good for him. That's America's problem, that he's an egomaniac with a very small attention. With an attention. That's not my, it's not my concern. He's an ego. It's fine. Good for him. Let America handle it. My concern is did he do a crypto deal, or did family members of his do a crypto deal in Pakistan, after which there was indirect support for jihadi terrorism by Donald Trump? Do the people of America know about this? Have they heard about it? Has it got reported enough? It should be the biggest headline, shouldn't it? David, what do you think? David is a Republican. David Sofair from Washington.
Before David comes in, can I just say a word?
Let me put David in and come back to you, Sushant. Yeah, David.
And first of all, it says I back Trump, and absolutely, we back Trump and we back America, and we back safety as well. So we are the party of peace through strength and the party of peace through democracy, okay? Let's be very clear about that. And our transparency and our want for not only India, but for world peace has been a challenge, okay? And it's a challenge we're facing every day. We are unpacking historic wars that have been put in place by the Democratic Party. It's a shame. So we've done that. We are strengthening foreign policy by strength, and we're doing it at record time, okay? In regards to Elon Musk, it's a shame how things have transpired, how they're making a public spat, okay?
David, my question is, David, that's a templated reply, may I?
America is very strong. Now, your other points about some crypto deal with the Pakistanis or whatever, I mean, once we peel back the onion, we'll get to the bottom of that. But at the moment, we do not have enough information about that. And I would say that it is speculative or skewed at this moment in time. So we need to figure that out. So we question Trump, but we are pro-American and we are pro-safety. And that's what we're doing right now. So let's be very clear on those points, okay? Now, with our friends on the left, are they really our friends? I mean, they've created historic wars. They've done overspending. They are the party of violence and hate and division, and we are cleaning that up. And there's
I am only asking, and this question is not only from an Indian perspective, David. and I get Peter Kuznick and Charles Kupchan also from Georgetown, this question is not from an Indian perspective. The question is that after the terrorist attack in India, this is what has been reported, okay? There was a huge terrorist attack in India carried out by Pakistan, by terrorist groups operating out of Pakistan, okay? And initially, America said that this is for India to handle. It's none of our business. After that, it has been reported that there is a company which has signed, an American company with links to the Trump family, which has signed a deal with the Pakistan Crypto Council shortly after the terrorist attack. And this deal aims at working with Pakistan. And therefore, the question being asked is everything manageable in the Trump administration that a foreign government which supports terrorist groups can come and offer a deal which may be financially lucrative to the Trump family or the Trump administration or figures close to Donald Trump, and get a deal done which compromises the US government's position on terrorism vis-a-vis a country that carried out 9/11. I mean, please let me tell you, this is not a terrorist group in Venezuela. It is a terrorist group in Pakistan which gave sanctuary to Osama bin Laden. So don't expect the American people, what a question I'm asking you today, the people of America will ask you tomorrow. That today, okay, I understand this is a no morals approach to business approach to, but this business approach to diplomacy, is it for America's business interest or the Trump family's business interest? Tomorrow, will Trump do a business deal with terrorist groups directly, not even indirectly? There is something, if he's got business sense, he should know who are the end beneficiaries of such deals. If Trump has come to power saying, I'm taking on terrorist groups, and he's supporting a government which is supporting the terrorist groups who carried out 9/11. Masood Azhar, Hafiz Saeed, Lashkar-e-Toiba, Jaish-e-Mohammed are the outer ring to the Al-Qaeda. And are you saying that doesn't matter at all in Trump's world? Can Anand, who is a Republican also, and the co-founder of Indian Americans for Trump, also say it doesn't matter?
That's not what we're saying at all. We're saying that we're the party of peace, and we have...
How can you be a party of peace if you're indirectly supporting terrorist groups?
We have no information about that. So we have no information about what you are speaking about.
I'm asking.
Moreover, that's something that, it's not in our... it's not in our interest. So we are the party of peace through strength.
Peace.
And, and we have quashed the war between India and Pakistan.
How have you quashed the war? How have you quashed the war? How have you quashed the war? Even Rubio doesn't say so. How have you quashed the war? Please don't make these bizarre arguments, David. Who has told you you've quashed the war? Who has said that? Rubio has contradicted Donald Trump, who has said that the governments of India and Pakistan have agreed to the ceasefire.
Is there a war happening there now? No, there's not. There's been a ceasefire, right?
A ceasefire is carried out because we hammered the living daylights out of Pakistan.
Right, absolutely.
And we did missile strikes on Pakistan.
Right.
Ray wants to respond to you. Ray, what's going on? Ray Loka from Washington.
That's a separate matter. That's a separate matter. So that's what you have there. Now you're talking about some sort of third-party crypto deal that we have no information about.
You should find out about it.
A separate matter as well. So respectfully, Arnab, that's the case there. So we are cleaning up historic wars, and we are the global force in cleaning up all of these things. So,
what have you cleaned up? You've cleaned up nothing. Putin doesn't give a damn for Trump. He's played Trump. Ray Locker, please. Putin has played Trump.
Putin has not played Trump.
He's played Trump through and through. Let me tell you, Trump can't handle Putin.
Putin is between a rock and a hard place. I mean, he's got sanctions. He's getting his whole Air Force attacked. So again, America is not on Team Putin. And let's face it. Europe is not on Team Ukraine as well, right? They didn't jump into NATO, and they did not get any funding or subsidies as well.
Okay. Let me get it. Okay, David, Ray, and Peter and Charles also want to come in. Ray, please.
Okay. So Where do we start? I mean, is there a crypto deal between Pakistani-linked groups and Trump? Well, there's obviously he's engaging in crypto deals with a number of people. Had that well-publicized crypto donor deal dinner out at his club in Virginia. His family is making business deals all around the world with shady characters, and it doesn't surprise me that there are these allegations, which I do not know all the details about. But the fact is, we talked about this in November. This was inevitable, what happened with him and Musk. It's inevitable what's going to happen with India. He's going to disappoint virtually anybody who does business with him. Because when you look back at between 2017 and 2021, that's what happened with multiple people. He rips through people, and everybody who was watching what was going on with him and Elon Musk saw this coming. And he basically fired Musk because Musk became a liability, and then Musk turned on him. And we're going to see how it plays out. Who knows? We could see them standing together in the Oval Office again in a couple of weeks as Trump signs a budget deal. Anything can happen.
Okay. I'd like to bring in Peter, please. Peter, will Trump last?
Well, Arnab, you're sounding like you're surprised that Trump is corrupt. If you look up corruption in the encyclopedia, you see a photo of Donald Trump. Donald Trump is the most corrupt president we've ever had, not by a little bit, but by a vast margin. He's monetized the White House. He's profiting off the presidency in a way that nobody else has. He made a big deal about corrupt Hillary and about the Biden, crime family. They were small panhandlers compared to Donald Trump, who has put corruption on steroids. So you put together Donald Trump, the most powerful man in the world, with Elon Musk, the richest man in the world. Both are pathological liars. Both are narcissists. Both are sociopaths. And we're not surprised that they had this public divorce. The only question was, when was this going to happen? But if you look at what they, so now Trump is horrified by Musk. He wasn't horrified on Inauguration Day when Musk gave his fascist salute. He wasn't horrified by the cuts that Musk instituted. Bill Gates said that this picture of the world's richest man killing the world's poorest children, that did not bother Donald Trump. But now that Musk says that Trump owes his election to Musk, that he doesn't like. And now that Musk is saying that Donald Trump is in bed with this pervert pedophile, and is going to come out if they release the documents. I mean, we're hoping that happens, because Trump should be behind bars. And then you got Trump supporters like Bannon saying that Musk should be deported as an illegal immigrant. So, this kind of explosion that's taken place is something that was predictable. And if they didn't have so much power, it would be comic, because Trump still has his finger on the nuclear button. Trump still has the capability to end life on this planet. And Musk is still the richest man on the planet. So they can still do a lot of harm. If you look at this bill, this budget bill, what does it do? It cuts the money that's needed for working people, for poor people, for sick people, in order to give tax cuts to the billionaires. So the question is, you can choose between the techno-fascists like Musk or the MAGA fascists like Trump. And in either case, Trump supporters and other working people in this country are getting screwed.
The point is, 2 points made there. One, and I want to bring in Alexander Shajan. He is the GOP grassroots strategist, of course, a Republican, joining us from Atlanta. And Anand Ahuja is co-founder of Indian Americans for Trump. Alexander, to you first. Do you believe there's truth in this allegation of Elon Musk that there are links between Donald Trump and the pedophile Jeff Epstein? I think Epstein, what's his name? I don't know how to pronounce it. Jeffrey Epstein, something, right? Are there links between...
Jeffrey Epstein.
Epstein, okay, fine. Yeah, right. It's all right. I mean, yeah, Americans mispronounce Indian names all the time. I can mispronounce an American name in turn. But my question is, and it's time we start mispronouncing American names a little bit. But my question is, Alexander, that is there a link here? Because do you think Elon Musk would have made such an allegation that the American president is linked up with a pedophile without having any facts behind him?
There is no backing for it, and it's absolutely not a truth. Do you think that if Trump was in that list, do you think the woke Democrats in the United States, they would have just kept quiet for last 4 years, that they tried every single thing to put Trump behind the bars? Even now we heard one of the anti-Trumpers, Trump haters, was saying that Trump should be behind the bars. You know, that's what this global woke liberal agenda was, to put Trump behind the bars for last 4 years. If that was true, if Trump was in the Epstein list, do you think that they would not have done something? Yeah. Even the lawyer that was involved in Epstein case, he came out and he said, no, Trump is not in the list. That is ruled out. Of course, this was very unfortunate that Musk and Trump had a feud, and they publicly came and they talked back and forth. And I guess it's over now. At least both of them took a break, which is good. So I don't think there is any truth to that statement by Elon Musk.
Both are blackmailing each other, right? I mean, the fact is, it's unfortunate. Trump is saying, I can finish you by taking away some of your business. He's saying, I'll finish you by exposing your links to a pedophile. I mean, two people, very powerful, two rich people, blackmailing each other, and the world is watching, right? I mean, so this is not a private matter. Charles, this is not a private matter. How do you see this moving forward now? Is this the end of it? Do you think these two, Elon Musk and Trump, have declared a ceasefire, or are they going to take it to the next level? And if so, what are the implications?
No, I don't think they'll declare a ceasefire. In fact, I'm surprised that it took this long to happen, because both of them have outsized egos. Both of them want to be the center of attention. And in some strange way, Arnab, I think that Trump probably is not unhappy with what happened, because he runs the presidency as a reality TV star. This makes for good news. It makes for headlines. And that is mainly what Trump is interested in. On the substance, I don't know whether there was any crypto deal between the Trump world and Pakistanis. But we do know, as one of my colleagues from the United States recently said, that we see corruption on all kinds of different fronts, whether it's in the crypto world, whether it is hotels and properties being built by the Trump family. So let's wait and see. But it's also the case that Trump flip-flops on most foreign policy issues on a daily basis. And maybe he does represent the party of peace, but if so, he's not doing a very good job in Ukraine or in Gaza or most other parts of the world, where his efforts to use diplomacy to end conflict really have not panned out at all. In fact, I would say the world is slipping toward disarray since he came into office, fueled in part by a series of very far-reaching tariffs that risk global fragmentation and only heating up geopolitical rivalry. So far, this has been a disruptive, chaotic presidency. And as I said, in many respects, Trump wants to be a reality TV star more than a president, and that explains a lot about what he does.
Do his supporters, Anand, not care about his links with terrorist groups through the Pakistani government? Because on July 6th, he wrote, when will Pakistan apologize to us for providing safe sanctuary to Osama bin Laden for 6 years? Some ally. This is what Trump said. This is what Trump said in 2012. Then he said, Anand, Alexander, then he said in 2018, we paid Pakistan billions of dollars and they never told us he was living there. Reference to Osama bin Laden. Fools. He called others fools. And now there is report of a crypto deal, and he's done a U-turn on his relationship with Pakistan, and therefore a U-turn on his... No. Now he's supporting the same groups. So do the people in America know that he's indirectly supporting the Islamist groups? I would like to know how many Trump supporters will vote for him when that becomes public. or a matter of American public conversation.
US-India relationship is not going to be destroyed because of whatever something has happened, because of some statements. Please do not even think it is going to be destroyed. Like that is what the...
I am not saying it's destroyed. US-America relationships will continue with or without Donald Trump. Let me make it clear to you. I have only come to the conclusion that the only thing worse than Joe Biden is Donald Trump.
No, I agree. I agree that
even Republicans are saying
policy. I agree. Whether it is Trump or J.D. Vance, or it will continue. But I'm telling you, there is a
why is Trump indirectly supporting terrorist groups in Pakistan by supporting the Pakistani establishment in the ISI? Why is he helping them? Where is his loyalty? Where is his loyalty to his partners? Tomorrow, if there is a terrorist attack in the United Kingdom, God forbid, right? And it is carried out by a terrorist group in Pakistan. Given the present situation, Anand, Trump will continue to support Pakistan, even if the United Kingdom, which has signed a trade deal with him, gets hit.
Absolutely no.
Oh, of course he will. He's doing it with India. So what?
Trump will not support the Pakistan-sponsored terrorism.
He is supporting Pakistan, support terrorism by openly supporting Pakistan. Whether it's a result of the crypto deal or not, I don't know. Anand.
President Trump will not support terrorism globally. Period. There is no question about it. Whether it is Pakistan or Afghanistan or Iran or Syria, no matter what, he will not support terrorism. There is no confusion about it. There is no question about it. Period.
Yeah. Anand.
Okay. So he didn't let me speak. So I was going to say the same thing. Arnab, first of all, you are missing the whole point here. A few days back in the United States, in Colorado, there was a terrorist attack here also. So that was also, the person was from a particular group, particular religion. So you cannot say that...
I am not talking about a religion. I am asking you that if that attack was carried out by the Jaish-e-Mohammed, would Pakistan still get Trump's support?
You are mixing up too many issues here. So first of all, you made a statement in the very beginning that we don't trust anybody except our national interest. That goes with every country. So United States, Trump has to look into its own interest first before trusting anybody.
So I'm asking, Anand, I'm asking therefore, everyone on, I'm asking therefore, just sorry to interrupt, I'm asking whether it is in America's interest to support terrorist groups in Pakistan which have carried out 9/11. And they are supporting it right now by supporting the same establishments who are sponsoring the terrorist groups. The people of America should be forewarned that if your government is taking your money to support terrorist groups in Pakistan indirectly through the Pakistani establishment, then will the Republicans vote for Donald Trump if they know that he's indirectly supporting the same terrorist groups in Pakistan that carried out 9/11? It may sound terrible for you to hear, but that's the reality.
Arnab, I'm sorry to say you are paranoid.
I am not paranoid, sir. You should be paranoid. 9/11 happened on your soil and 26/11 happened on my soil. I'm sorry. If the Americans have forgotten 9/11, then you should tell them to be paranoid. Don't think 9/11 won't happen again if you're going to support these terrorist groups. You let down your guard on Osama bin Laden by supporting Pakistan. That's why the Pakistani defense minister said, we do the dirty work for the Americans. We are historically a country that does dirty work for Americans. He was talking about supporting terrorism, and then 9/11 happened. When 9/11 happened, you people were in shock. But you did not realize that Osama bin Laden was your creation. And he was living in Pakistan. Will you wait for another 9/11 to happen to start questioning your government's foreign policy?
Trump has not
what you're saying is speculative. Okay, what you're saying is speculative.
Personal business. The private party having a business deal. Trump is a businessman. He was a businessman before he became a president.
No, you're either a businessman or a president.
So he as a businessman, he had deals in India. He has made deals in other countries. So if he has made a deal with a particular business group, in Pakistan, that is his family's business.
I don't know whether he's being made done a deal, but there has been reports and he should issue a clarification, right? All I'm saying is, Peter Kuznick, Charles, am I saying something? No, is it wrong? Is it too much to expect that he should issue a clarification? Why does he not issue a clarification that nobody in my family is involved with any group that has done any crypto deal anywhere in Pakistan? Is that too much to ask? Is it too much to ask? Issue a denial.
Even if there is a deal, what's wrong in that?
Issue a denial.
Even if there's a family deal, what's wrong in that?
Family deal?
Yes, if a businessman...
For God's sake, is there nothing called conflict of interest in America? Is there nothing in India? In India, we have something called conflict of interest.
You cannot have...
I'm sorry. One minute. Just chill 1 minute. Listen. When I in the previous channel, which I was an editor of, we did an issue regarding conflict of interest of Sonia Gandhi, who was then the ruling party. Right, Congress Party president.
Let me speak as an attorney. Let me tell you something. If your family, he cannot close all his businesses.
No. But there must be.
That means no businessman can ever be a president.
No. 1 minute, Anand. I want to take it to others. Anand, listen. Anand, listen to me. Let me go back to Ray. Right, I am living in a world, in a country called India, the world's largest democracy. We have institutions as well, right? We are a large democracy, okay? We're a respected power and the world's 4th largest economy. Here we have something, Ray, called conflict of interest. You cannot say...
So he is not part of his businesses. He is not part of his...
They are saying it's corruption, insider trading, insider information. The whole world's talking about it. Ray, the whole world is talking... See, listen. Somebody's made money, when the shares go up and down depending on the tariff announcements.
So his whole family should close all the businesses.
Okay, Ray. I seem to have touched a raw nerve here.
His family should close all the businesses, right? He should sit at home.
No, family will come under scrutiny.
So you can scrutinize them. You can see if they are doing anything illegal, but you cannot stop them doing the business.
No, but people are talking about corruption. Ray.
Yes.
Trump has a Trump power.
Let Ray come in, please. Anand. I know you love Trump. You're co-founder of Indian Americans for Trump, right? I know that. Okay. Now, I just want to ask Ray, what is this talk of corruption that Peter spoke about?
Oh, my God. I mean, first of all, he's doing things that he shouldn't be doing. Talk about conflict of interest. He's actively engaged in business deals while he's the president of the United States. I don't care who the president is, should not be doing that. And this is the same thing that people said, oh, Hunter Biden, he's doing all these deals when his dad is president. Well, guess what?
Yeah, Alexander.
The Trump are doing the same stuff they accused Hunter Biden of, but tenfold. During the last term, Trump had a hotel right down the street from the White House. Every shady government that wanted to do business with the United States wanted to get his attention. They were renting rooms in that hotel. They were having conferences there. It was the only place that he would go to dinner. So everybody knows what his soft spot is, and it's corrupt on the face of it. And I've seen a lot of presidents come and go. People been accused. Nothing like this. And you can,
Ray, Alexander says from Atlanta, not as bad as Biden.
Prove it. It's not even close.
Biden and Clinton
it's not even close.
For not much, okay, and they actively did that.
Come on.
Let's be real clear
the country for last year from 2020?
Okay, one of you, David, let Alexander go first. Then I come to you after that.
So Trump and they did that undisclosed through their intermediaries and their whole link. So they sold out the country for cheap. So to say that Trump had a property deal in Washington before he became president, and it had the Trump name on it, and then afterwards it was popular because it was geographically convenient, is something else. So let's call spades here, all right? And to say some third-party crypto deal came in and some Pakistanis were involved in it because it's a public company, that may be the case. Who knows? We should look into that. In the States, we have layers, and you have to disclose everything. So we have that. So let's have the SEC and other organizations get involved in that and probe at that. But let's face facts here. What's going on now?
Okay. Let me get in, Peter.
Oh, Peter just saying that Trump is the most corrupt president in the history of the world. When Biden is the most corrupt, and he did everything that he could, and the Ottoman was doing everything for him. He was not even ruling the country, and Peter is saying that Trump is the corrupt president in the history. That's why we had the trade deficit narrowed down this month in the history, sharply narrowed down, because Trump is corrupt. Well, he ran on the platform that made America great again. Okay.
Okay.
That's
1 minute, Alexander.
That Trump was
Alexander.
and that's what we wanted.
Alexander. Just 1 point. Peter, did Elon? See, this is not ideological. It's clear. There's two people. They have no ideology. Elon Musk and Donald Trump. No problem. They have no ideology. They are businessmen. No problem. But the fact is, do you think that Musk is angry because he's not being able to make money? He may be putting those hundreds of millions of dollars into the campaign as an investment, and there's no return on investment. And Sam Altman got the AI deal done when Donald Trump was in Saudi Arabia, and Elon Musk was very angry about it. There was a New York Times article, you know about it, Sushant, where it was written that Elon Musk tried to blackmail these guys in Saudi Arabia to get Sam Altman out, and said that there would be no AI deal without Elon Musk getting a piece of the cake. And so, is the fight over money? Is this Elon Musk sulking because some private arrangement between the two has not been materializing?
Well, Musk has lost a lot of money since he got involved with Donald Trump, since he became the head of Doge. People are not buying his Teslas. They're not, if anything, people I know who had Teslas are humiliated to go out in public. They've been selling them, putting up bumper stickers. They're saying that I bought this car before Elon Musk became crazy. So Musk is hurting.
Before Elon Musk became Republican. Before Elon Musk became Republican. Not crazy.
This guy. I find that's very funny because you probably are surrounded by.
Can't hear. Yeah, go on, Alexander. You're saying something.
The thought
no,
that
I said, Mr. Peter said Elon Musk became crazy. I said before Elon Musk was supporting Democrats, and when he started supporting Republicans and President Trump, all of a sudden he became crazy. And we did not vandalize the Tesla showrooms. We did not burn down Tesla cars. Who did that? Peter's party did that. Peter's supporters did that. We did not do that. No matter what Elon Musk talked about President Trump,
I'm not a Democrat.
not vandalize. Tesla
One minute. Peter, do you hold a political office? I don't know. You don't hold a political office, right? Peter.
I don't hold a political office, and I'm not a Biden supporter. I'm probably more critical of Biden than my friends in the Republican Party.
But Peter, this is a bad situation, right? I mean, I'm thinking from an American perspective with this 38 trillion debt, this level of instability at the top, predictability becomes bad. Right. This is not. See, what happens is that it's more than a headline. It's going to hurt America. I don't know how you look at it. What do you think, Charles? Is this going to hurt America? Is this going to hurt America? Charles, is this going to hurt America, Charles?
It's not a good situation.
Charles is done. Alexander, let Charles come in. Charles.
The complaint is legitimate. He criticized the big, beautiful bill that Trump is trying to push through Congress. Because Trump spoke, Musk spoke the truth, right? The truth is that this explodes the national debt at a time where we're already at 120% of GDP, and Musk is a businessman, and he knows that you have to exercise fiscal discipline or you go broke. So Trump is really pissed off because Musk told the truth. And now Trump is going to have a harder time getting the Senate and the House to ratify a bill that everybody knows is going to explode the national debt.
And then there could be a recession. And will you still then, and my question is, Anand, will you still support Trump if America goes into recession as a result of all these circumstances, Anand?
including
optimistic, and I'm very optimistic, and I don't think that we are going into recession. Secondly, you have to look into the various other aspects of the tariff and other policies Trump has. So that will be take care of whatever the deficit we may have. Possibly, but I don't think that we are going into recession. Secondly, I personally believe that this bill is just an excuse. It's basically main issue here is between Trump and Musk. It's a power, money, a clash of egos. Bill has just become an excuse. It's not that Musk was not aware of this.
No,
bill
but tell me one thing,
Anand.
Anand, you are taking a blindsided view. 1 second. Republicans like you and like Alexander and like David, you went after Hunter Biden, Joe Biden's son, because he took a board seat in a Ukrainian gas company called Burisma, which he held from 2014 to 2013 in exchange for influence in US-Ukraine policy decisions. This claim led to investigations in both the House and the Senate, which led to myriad issues, conservative-led inquiries, were there going on, and that was an anti-Biden campaign. Now, all of you now come and say, no problem. If Trump's family does a little business, makes a little money, do you expect the poor things not to make a little money while their dad is president?
No,
I mean, you can't take that approach.
I
It's speculative on a good day.
Because then if that happens, some tin pot dictator will think, and maybe the Pakistanis already think, that the best way of getting things done in America is to bribe the right people.
You are forgetting Hunter Biden, Mr. 10 in China's deal.
It's an open market and a free market.
You are missing that point. Number two, I have not said that in this crypto deal, Trump has nothing to do. Trump has no role. Trump has dispositioned himself.
Will America suffer? Charles Kupchan, we're running out of time. Charles.
Trump has dissociated.
Charles, louder.
Right. Look at the economy right now. What's going to happen to the cost of goods at Walmart for Trump's base if all of these tariffs go through? What's going to happen to the fiscal situation in the United States if this budget bill passes and interest rates go up because of the size of the national debt? The problem is that Trump doesn't really know what he's doing. He doesn't have an answer to the discontent in the American electorate. And as a consequence, my best guess is that this will be a failed presidency and that will swing back to the Democrats in the midterms and in the next presidential election. So far, we're not very far into the Trump presidency, but it has been generally a disaster on every front. And in this question of corruption, they don't care. They have broken all the rules when it comes to conflicts of interest, when it comes to the rule of law. How many court cases are there already? Hundreds. Claiming that the Trump administration has broken the law on spending, violating Congress's power of the purse, on deporting people illegally, on trying to shut down Harvard University.
The kind of guy that said Trump wouldn't win on the swing states, okay? So America's back, jobs are back, inflation's down, deaths are down, security's up, and that's it. So let's face the facts, all right? What you're saying is not number
Charles!
Look at the drops.
Okay, now, this appears to me. See, I'll tell you one thing, David, Anand, we did a program here where I said Trump is going to win, and anything is better than Biden. But even in our worst nightmares, we didn't think there would be this kind of a mad race to the bottom. The problem is 6 months from now or 1 year from now, if this administration, America falls, America will be worse off in debt. But if the world goes into recession because of America, then the world cannot be standing there holding the candle for all that Trump is doing.
Arnab, don't worry. Nothing is going.
Sir, India is fine, sir, but
be optimistic.
Okay, Anand Ahuja, I'll be as optimistic as I can be in the circumstances. I thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a great weekend. This has been a great debate. Great debate indeed.
Thank you for having us.
A headline a day keeps Musk at bay. Bad attempt at punning. See you soon. Good night and goodbye.
फेवरेट रेसिपी MDH का जीरा सिप जल जीरा मसाला। सिप सिप जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप MDH का जल जीरा सिप।